Hello, welcome back to English class. Let's study with your English language teacher. Today we are going to study figures based on association. Under this group, figurative expressions are employed on the basis of association or relationship between two things or ideas. The four figures, or there are three most important figures grouped under this group, that is figures based on association, are metonymy, synecdoche, and transferred epithet or hyperlage. Transferred epithet is also known as hyperlage, hypallage. So let's first discuss the first one, that is metonymy. So what is metonymy? Before giving the definition, let's just discuss about the term metonymy. The term metonymy comes from Greek meta, M-E-T-A. Meta means change, and onama, O-N-A-M-A. Onama means name. As the very name signifies a change of name, this figure consists in the substitution of the name of one thing for that of another. So what is metonymy? The name of one thing is substituted for another when these two things are loosely associated. My dear students, you should remember this. These two things are loosely associated. So this is metonymy. Let's give example. Example of metonymy: a thing of beauty is a joy for ever. This oft-quoted line is taken from John Keats' famous poem, A Thing of Beauty. Here, uh, a thing of beauty, a joy. Here, a joy stands for a matter of joy. Here we are talking, one thing is said, a joy is said, but another thing is meant, that is a matter of joy. You may ask, how can we use just a article a before joy? So here, a joy means a matter of joy. So in this case, particular feeling or passion is mentioned, while the person or thing causing it is meant. So the name of passion for the name of the object inspiring it. We are talking a joy, but actually it refers to a matter of joy. Or we can take another example. I am reading Shakespeare. So here the maker for his work, one thing is said, another thing is meant. We are saying Shakespeare, but here what does Shakespeare stand for? Shakespeare stands for here works of Shakespeare. That means I am reading works of Shakespeare. For example, Macbeth, Hamlet, King Lear, any work of or his famous sonnets. So another example also we can take, it is good for students to read Euclid, E capital letter, E-U-C-L-I-D. So Euclid, here I am talking about Euclid, but I just want to, so one thing is said, another thing is meant. What does Euclid stand for? Euclid's geometry. So one thing is said, another thing is meant. So these are the examples. There are various parts of metonymy, but as far as students, as far as remembering of all these parts are concerned, it's little bit difficult. So it can be just presented. The six varieties are there, understood, are sometimes symbolically represented as SIACEN, Shiasen. S stands for symbol or sign for the thing symbolized. I stands for instrument or organ for the agent. A stands for author for his work and place for its production. C stands for container for the thing contained. For example, the whole house remains mute in great grief. The whole house remains mute. So here house is container. But what does a house stand for? The inmates. Here container is said, but inmates of the house is meant. Next one E effect for the cause and cause for the effect. On N, name of the passion for the object and the act for the object inspiring it. And from this we have just taken example, a thing of beauty is a joy for ever. Now let's proceed to the next one, that is synecdoche. SYNEC, synecdoche, DOCHE, or synecdoche. So what is synecdoche? What is the definition? One thing is substituted for that of another, intimately associated with it. My dear students, here the relationship between the thing said and the thing meant is intimately associated. For example, we can take one famous example from Ozymandias of Percy Shelley. In that very sonnet, we have got the line, second one, the hand here, the hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. The hand that mocked them. Here hand is said, but hand stands for sculptor. And heart is said. Here heart stands for the king's feelings. King's feelings. Understood? So the hand, here one thing is said, another thing is meant. So hand, how are these things associated? Intimately, because we can't separate hand and heart from the body. Another example can be also taken, and cried a sail. Here part is said, but the whole thing is meant. That is, here sail is the part of a ship. But what does it stand for? It stands for the ship. A sail. Sail is the part, and sail refers to the ship. SHIP. Let's proceed to the next one, very important one. That is transferred epithet. Another name of transferred epithet is hypallage. HYPALLAGE. What is transferred epithet? An epithet is transferred. An epithet, an adjective, is transferred from the proper subject to the accompanying one or the concerning one. Example, he passed a sleepless night. So here too, what is the epithet? Let's identify the epithet. Sleepless is the epithet. Sleepless is the adjective, and the adjective got transferred from the proper subject he to the accompanying subject night. There are two subjects, he and night. Actually sleepless को बैठना चाहिए था he के साथ. ही के साथ ए एपिथेट ना बैठकर किसके साथ बैठ गया? दूसरा जो सब्जेक्ट है नाइट के साथ. So here we have observed that epithet, here the epithet sleepless is transferred from the proper subject he to the concerning or accompanying subject night. Very important. This figure of speech, transferred epithet. Another name already I have said, that is hypallage. So these are the most important part of the figures based on association. I think we should take more examples. We should just take more examples from our books, from our text. And if you want to add something more, you are invited to add on in the comment box. If you have got any sort of benefit out of this, you are advised, requested to like, subscribe and share it. Thank you.